For more on what Comey's remarks suggest, I'm joined now by Jesse Chopur from Berkeley, California. He's a professor of public law at the University of California, Berkeley. He's also an expert on American constitutional law. So let's talk about this statement we're seeing. Does it indicate any illegal activity, and how would that be determined if it does?
Well, the only real remedy apart from the people throwing him out of office in the next election is by impeachment. And it is very difficult to impeach a public officer, particularly the president. There's really no clear definition for what you can be impeached for. They talk about treason, that's easy enough, or high crimes or other misdemeanors. Now, you can be a layman and figure out that what are they? Well, they're whatever the Congress that governs the impeachment will do. So I would say this. I read Mr. Comey's statement very carefully. And whereas he does not make the president, he doesn't make him out to be an ordinary person that holds that office, he nonetheless, I think it's very doubtful, particularly with the composition of the Congress today, which is heavily Republican, although less so in the Senate. But I don't. If he had asked, if Comey had said, "You, Mr. President, are under thorough investigation, and we have problems with this," and he said, "Well, stop that," and if Trump said, "Stop that investigation," I think that that would be a strong ground. Mm-hmm. But I'm very doubtful.
Well, let me ask you this question as a follow-up. I guess everybody here in Washington is going to be glued to the set. They'll be watching this, and I'm guessing you'll be watching as well. But you'll be looking at it probably differently than many of us with a legal background. So what are the important questions that need to be asked, and what are the answers you'll be looking for as you watch the testimony?
I would say that what they're going to ask questions which are going to try, in which Comey will say, he told me that he has some obligation, or would he please protect me from any impeachment? He did say that for Secretary Flynn. Whether that will be enough in terms of how an impeachment comes about, I doubt it. As a matter of fact, Comey was very careful. I looked at his 17-page statement here, single-spaced, and he covered all the bases, as we say. He pretty much told it like it was. It did not make Trump look good by any means, but I do not think that the two-thirds of the Senate, which is required to make a successful impeachment, a conviction, we call it, of impeachment, I doubt very much it would sway two-thirds of the Senate to do so. You'd need an awful lot of Republican votes in order to do that.
As some are calling this bigger than Watergate, what's your take on that?
Well, I think it is pretty big. I don't think it's bigger than Watergate. President Nixon was impeached, and in the middle of the trial, he decided to resign. He had actually been the House of Representatives stated several grounds for impeachment, and in the middle, in the middle of the trial, as to whether he could be convicted of an offense, he simply resigned. I don't think this is. It looks like a bigger scandal on all of this, but I really don't. I really don't think I don't think it will be held to rise to that level.
Okay, Professor Jesse Chopur joining us from Northern California. Thanks so much.